G'day, ZiggyD here with a leveling guide for Grim Dawn. This method takes under 30 minutes to get you to level 13 with a full set of decent gear and 5 devotion points. It's designed to give you a super strong start so you can power level your way through the boring and sluggish early levels and get right into the swing of things with your build. This method is especially good for attack-based proc builds that can be really boring in the early levels, like Inquisitor, Demolitionist, Firestrike pistol builds for example. You will need the Crucible DLC to do this method, and I recommend getting it anyway as it's really fun and an alternative way of progressing your characters. So to begin, make a character and start with the campaign story mode. Head straight out of town and make sure to search the body on the bridge as it always at least has a magic item on it. Then you want to work your way to one of the 2 unique rares hidden in the first area's houses. If you're going to play a ranged or spellcaster build, then head up to this house on the left for Francis's gun, which has fire damage and a fireball proc. If you want to get up close in melee instead, then go up to this house on the right for Hevel's greatsword, which has lightning damage and a lightning ball proc. While you're getting these items, crack a few zombie skulls to get yourself to at least level 2, and search any crates or chests for extra starting gear. Once you're level 2 and have one of these 2 starter weapons, then quit to the main menu. Then you'll want to enter Crucible mode and immediately search the corpse on the ground, which has some starting potions you'll need. Sell whatever gear you don't need and buy a few more healing and energy potions. Then you want to select your class, put 1 point into the class mastery and 2 points into one of the skills, preferably something that's going to deal some area damage to help you clear this first round. Then just talk to the Crucible Master and start the Crucible and do your best to clear the 10 waves as quickly as possible to keep your score multiplier high. This will be the trickiest part, but it is pretty easy anyway. If you do well, you should be able to maintain a full score multiplier the whole time while doing this, which will improve the loot you get. Once you defeat the 10th wave, talk to the Crucible Master and cash out your reward. You'll immediately go to level 8 and get access to the loot room. Raid it and equip all the best gear possible. You might have to wait till you spend your level up points to equip some items. For gear, focus on getting damage and resistances and prioritize any relevant speed rolls and skill bonuses. Then sell anything you don't need and use the cash to buy any missing gear pieces and more potions. Now, if you're lucky, you'll get a complete weapon component here. This is a huge leveling tip that'll make a lot of builds easier to level even outside of Crucible mode. There are 4 weapon components that, when completed and socketed on a weapon, shield, or caster offhand, will give you an extra skill. These can be used from level 7 onwards, and it just so happens that you'll be level 8 at the earliest when you get a full one in this mode. Perfect. These components that you're looking for are Searing Ember, which gives Fire Blast, Cracked Lodestone, which gives Lightning Nova, Chilled Steel, which gives Ice Spike, and Chipped Claws, which gives Slam. The best is probably Searing Ember, as the Fire Blast is a ranged skill and has a nice balance between DPS and area effect. But all of these are really strong, they do a ton of damage at this level, and the moment you get one you should socket it and start using the skill to enhance your leveling. This time I happen to get a completed Chilled Steel, so I can socket it in, get Ice Spike, and use it while my other skills are on cooldown and to enhance my single target damage. The next step is to talk to the respec NPC here in the Crucible and respec your points, and then spec most or all of your points into one strong area damage skill, preferably something with no or a short cooldown. I go for Ravenous Earth here on the Necromancer. Next up, you'll want to talk to this NPC with the green triangle above his head and ask to prove your devotion. From this NPC, you can spend 3 Crucible coins to buy a devotion point, and you can do this 5 times before the cost increases. You'll get 3 coins per 10 waves, so we'll be doing the first 10 waves 5 times in this method. Once you're ready, reset the Crucible and start the 10 waves again. Then simply repeat this process again for each 10 waves. Kill as fast as possible, claim your reward after 10 waves, get a devotion point, upgrade your gear, and spend your level up points. By the time you finish 5 rounds of these 10 waves, you'll be level 13 and have 5 devotion points, which should get you a starting devotion tree skill to bind to one of your main skills. You'll also have a good set of gear with some rares and maybe even an epic or 2. And then you can take this ass kicker of a character into the main story to progress. You could always continue leveling with Crucible if you like, but you'll eventually want to progress in the main story as well for the quest rewards and to clear content before you outlevel too much of the early game. As you can see, once you jump into the campaign, you'll be crushing stuff and you'll be able to speed through the boring early parts of the game, one-shotting bosses, you can grab the extra devotion points to get a skill if you weren't able to get it yet, and this advantage will carry forwards for quite a while. This method is not so much meant to trivialize the entire leveling process or as a power leveling guide for the entire game, but rather to just skip that really kind of tedious early parts of Grim Dawn. So I hope you guys enjoyed this guide and find it helpful. I especially like doing this on a new hardcore purifier I'm making to skip the boring early levels so I could just go straight into the juicy dual pistol action with twin fangs from the devotion tree and enough skill points to make leveling fun. If you guys have any other leveling tips you want to share, let us know in the comments below. And if you'd like to see any other Grim Dawn guides, feel free to make a request. That's it for now, I'm ZiggyD, and thanks for watching.